Hey fellas, good afternoon. Chris Holguin with you. Today I put together a full body exercise routine that will address your shoulders, your core, and your legs. Now within these routines will be a total of 8 of them, and within each routine it will require 3 sets of each. Now there's a couple of things that you're going to need before we get started today. The first one is obviously dumbbells. The second is water, because we need to hydrate our bodies while working out. It's very important to your muscles. And thirdly, a stool or a bench for when we do the military press. Now, before we get started, it's critically important to warm up because we do not want to pull a muscle. That's very important. So there are 3 exercises that I'm going to introduce to get our bodies warmed up. The first one being running in place. The second one being flies. And the third one being lunges. Now, we'll do 2 sets of each, and so stay tuned because the best is yet to follow. All right, fellas, this is the first warm-up exercise. We're going to run in place. Each time I tap the ground with my right foot, that counts as 1. And the goal is to get to 40, 2 sets. Here's what that looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. All right, it's a great exercise to get your legs warmed up. 2 sets. This next warm-up exercise is flies. It's important to do this because we need to warm up our pecs, our shoulders, and our arms. This is what that looks like. We're going to do 2 sets of 30. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You want to get good stretch now in that exercise. All right. The third exercise warms up your legs, warms up your glutes. These are lunges. Here's what that exercise looks like. 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to get good stretch? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're shooting for 15, 13, 14, 15. All right, good. 2 sets. The first exercise we're going to do for the legs is called a goblet squat. A goblet squat. The benefit of the goblet squat is that it puts pressure on your glutes, helps develop it, keep them firm, as well as developing the upper muscles in your legs. So this is what that exercise looks like. We're going to do 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps per set. So you get a single dumbbell. You put your hands underneath, just like this. You bring it close to your chin, and you go down slowly. Up, down. You're going to get good stretch in your legs, good stretch in your glutes. It's important to go down far enough where you feel the stretch. Okay, this dumbbell lunges. Very much like the same exercise we did in the warm-ups. The only difference this time is that we have dumbbells on our side. It's important to keep your arms straight. We're going to do 10 to 12 reps in this set for a total of 3 sets. This particular exercise develops your glutes, develops your upper leg, very important. This is what that looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good stretch. 7. Very important. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, great job, fellas. This is a primary core exercise in this routine, commonly referred to as Russian twist. Now, there are different variations of this routine, and I'll show you the basics. So you set up by bringing your knees up. Your heels are accordingly about 45 degrees. You can see how my knees are, and you're going to lean back a little bit. The objective here is to work your core. And as you move both arms together, side to side, that's what you want to do to work your core. You don't want to work any other muscles here, it's primarily your core. Now, some people move their heads this way, side to side. I like to look straight ahead as much as possible and just work my core with a single dumbbell side to side. This is what that looks like. Set up your dumbbell, again, something that you're comfortable with, that you can handle, and I do 10 to 12 reps, 3 sets. This is what that looks like. 2, 3. That is an awesome core exercise. 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps, and a set. This next exercise within the family routines for the shoulders is called a shoulder shrug. Now, there are different schools of thought in terms of how this exercise should be executed. In some corners, people prefer just to bring it up. You have your arms locked, your elbows are locked, and you're just raising your shoulders. This exercise really helps your trapezoids. It has some benefit to your shoulders as well. But what I like to do is when I set the dumbbells, I like to bring it up and rotate my shoulders. Up and rotate this way. That seems to have a better benefit for me. Let me show you what that looks like. Again, get a pair of dumbbells that you're comfortable with. Not too light on the same time though, not too heavy. Find one that's just right for you. Here's what that looks like. Your back is perfectly straight. We're going to do about 12 to 15 reps. 6, 7, 8. You're working those trapezoids. All right, that's what that looks like. As we continue to work the shoulder group of exercises, this next one is called a lateral rise. The objective here is to work the outside of our deltoids, and it's like picking up 2 buckets of water, coming out to our sides, lifting it as high as you can. Adjust to a weight with respect to the dumbbells that you're comfortable with, not too heavy, but you want to have your arms slightly bent and you're bringing it out to your sides. This once again works the outside of your deltoids. It also helps your core muscles as well. This is what that exercise looks like. We're going to do 10 to 12 reps, 3 sets. Here we go. All right, great. One more thing, fellas, I forgot to mention. When I do that exercise, I bring my feet together. Some people prefer to spread them shoulder wide, but I like mine together. So however you're comfortable with, that's the way you ought to do it. This next exercise is part of the shoulder group of routines. It's called the military press. The benefits of the military press is the back of your arm, your triceps, as well as it also benefits your shoulders as well. We're going to do 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps per set. This is what that looks like. Bring the dumbbells up to your shoulders, your back is straight, and you want to go straight up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This next exercise within the shoulder group of retains are called rear flies. What I do here is 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps in a set. The benefits of the rear flies is the back of your deltoid as well as your back. This is what that exercise looks like. Pick up your dumbbells between your legs and you come back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Go as high as you can. 6, 7, 8. Woo! That's it. It's a good workout for the back of your deltoids. You can really feel it. The only arm exercise in this routine is curls. We're going to do that in just a minute, but a couple of very important points to pay attention to. Number 1, when you're working your biceps in these arm curls, you want to focus and concentrate on working your bicep only and not other muscles in your body. It's a very common mistake where sometimes I'll see guys going like this and they're moving their entire body trying to bring up an arm curl. It does no good. Other times people will be lifting 2 dumbbells at a time, or a barbell is different. But I would prefer, when I'm doing dumbbell exercises and curls, to lift 1 dumbbell at a time as opposed to 2. And again, if you can focus strictly on working your biceps, that will make a difference in the development of your biceps. There are 2 different types I want to introduce during this routine. Typically, I will do 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps per set, but I'm going to introduce 2 different types of arm curl exercises, and you can choose the one that best fits for you. So the first one is more of a traditional arm curl. This is how that looks like. You're gonna lock your elbows into your side. You're gonna spread your feet shoulder width, and you're gonna bring up 1 dumbbell at a time. You're gonna turn it in, bring the other one up, you're gonna turn it in, and you notice the bicep gets a lot of stress when you do this, but that's exactly what you want. Your back is straight. You don't want to work any other muscle. You're just working your bicep. That's all you're doing. To the best of your ability, keep those elbows locked. I know it's challenging even for someone like myself, but it's important. That's more of a traditional arm curl using dumbbells. The other type of curl, which is my preference, is what I would call a hammer curl. And basically what you're doing here is, again, you're setting your feet shoulder width. The objective here is to bring 1 dumbbell up at a time, straight up like this, straight up on the outside. The difference between a hammer curl and a traditional curl is that the hammer curl works the outside of your bicep and the outside of your arm, as opposed to the traditional curl, which puts stress on your inner bicep. But I prefer the hammer curl. Again, to the best of your ability, keep those elbows locked. You only want to work your biceps as much as possible. However, in this case, in the hammer curl, you're also working your forearm as well. So I would say that in the hammer curl, you're working your forearm and your bicep, as opposed to the traditional curl where you're working your bicep only. Hey girls, congratulations. I'd like to say all of you did a great job, especially for you in your 50s, 60s, and 70s. Some of you mature guys like me, great job guys. Thanks for sticking with it. A couple of takeaways I'd like to leave with you before we wrap up this video. The first one is it's important to exercise correctly. And the weight of the dumbbells that you decide to use will have a large influence on that. So don't always pick up the heaviest dumbbell for the different exercises, but use dumbbells that are exercise appropriate. It's critically important to do each exercise correctly. If you don't have dumbbells, I know that Costco has a complete set from 10 pounds to 30 pounds for about $200. Really a great buy, and that will more than cover all the exercises that we did today. Now, a couple of other things. If you commit to an exercise routine like this that addresses your shoulders, your core, and your legs, within 3 to 4 weeks, if you're not already exercising, you will begin to see results. Very important you stick to it though. What's also important that not only do you commit to regular exercise every other day, and this routine will take you about 45 minutes to an hour max. That's all, just 1 hour every other day. But it's also important to make sure that you have a balanced diet, lots of protein, not a lot of fats, but a lot of protein, a lot of meat, vegetables, fruit, very, very important. And if you do those two things hand in hand, you're going to see results in 3 to 4 weeks if you're not in a regular routine already. I just about want to guarantee that, okay? Now, in closing, ladies, if any of you ladies are watching this video, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but if your husband doesn't have dumbbells or any type of weights, forget the brand new set of golf clubs or the new car or motorcycle, but get something practical that's going to benefit him and you, a set of dumbbells. Give it some thought. At any rate, thank you for watching this video and commit to fitness. It's a gift for a lifetime. Thank you very much.